Folks, we're going to open it up right off the bat. Questions for our student athletes, just raise your hand. Thomas, go ahead, please.
Thanks for the time. Thomas Costello, Lane Grant. Madison Taylor, Ohio State, you go on a 16-point run there in the third quarter. What kind of happened after that? What did you see happen after that?
TT, you go.
I mean, obviously, this is a game of runs. They went on their runs, we went on our runs, but I don't think we couldn't keep the momentum going. We couldn't lock in and focus after that. So it was a great effort to get that run, but we couldn't sustain it for the rest of the game.
And can you also just talk about the just kind of conditioning and the intensity of Tennessee's attack all night?
Yeah, they're a very athletic team. They pressure the ball really well, and they just have a lot of players that are athletic coming off the bench. So credit to them for them locking on their game plan and pressuring us, but we had to do a better job taking care of the ball and not having so many turnovers.
Okay, Columbus Dispatch. This is usually the type of game I know you guys like, fast-paced, going. And you mentioned the pressure that Tennessee had. What do you think worked so well with their pressure to cause 23 turnovers for you guys?
Honestly, I think just on our part, we just didn't take care of the ball. We just didn't execute what we've been practicing for the past couple of days. Honestly, the whole year, I think we just didn't take care of the ball.
And obviously, they were capitalizing on three-pointers as well. Can you just talk about the strategy of trying to run them off the line? What were you just trying to do to stop them from beyond the arc?
Yeah, I mean, they were shooting pretty well tonight, and we just tried to do our best to contest as much as we could, but they were hitting today, so this is what happened.
Bobby Warbett, Buckeye Sports Bulletin. Obviously, you guys have that run in the third quarter to retake the lead there. Was there sort of a letdown, I guess, when you guys jumped back in front, like kind of were finally back in the game and got the lead again, and then they go back on that run to kind of take you guys out of it again? Was there a bit of a letdown there?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like all season we've been doing that. Like, we don't start off the game really well, and then we catch back up, and then once we catch back up, we get comfortable, and then we get back down or something like that. So this has been a common theme, I think, that I've seen throughout the year, and unfortunately it happened today as well. So.
Anything else for the student athletes? No? Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we'll open up the floor for questions for Coach McGuff.
To get started, you guys got beat up on the offensive boards, and they had 21 points off second chance. You don't have Asia Petty in the majority of the second half. Can you talk about that decision to keep her on the bench?
Yeah, we were just going with the lineup that we thought was most efficient in taking care of the ball because we were turning it over so much. And I think when Ebony was in there, she was actually rebounding pretty well. So, I think just when you look at the stats and you see 27 points or 37 points off turnovers and 21 second chance points, you're not really giving yourself a chance to win. And so credit Tennessee. I thought they played really well, and they deserve to win today.
You mentioned you felt the lineups you felt was going to win. Can you just talk about in the fourth quarter what you were looking for? There was a point where Cody was on the bench, a point where Jelani were on the bench. Just what were you looking for with the substitutions?
Yeah, we were trying to get them a little bit of rest to try to get to a strong finish because they were playing really hard, and just the nature of the game, they were exerting a lot of energy. And so we knew we were going to have to rest them a little more than maybe we normally would. But still, Cody, she played just about 35 minutes, and Jelani 33. So that's about where we wanted them today based on what we knew the game would be.
When it came to the turnovers, do you think it was Tennessee speeding the team up? Because your team is known for being very quick, but today it seemed like that quickness is turning into a lot of errant passes. What did you see?
Yeah, no, certainly they sped us up, and we didn't handle it very well. And I thought we were, in the right spots, but really not making good decisions when we had to go at a little bit higher rate of speed.
You talk about the letdown too, asked about for the players and how you get that run, you take the lead. Did you just kind of, that's when the turnovers started again?
Yeah,
it's like just complacent?
We had a stretch there where we really took care of the ball. And one, we were getting them to miss. We were rebounding and getting points in transition. And then we were breaking the press and getting good shots. But then we had just some bad turnovers there to ignite another run for them.
It's tough having a freshman point guard. What can you do to support her in moments like this when they are really, really coming after her hard and muscling her, bringing the ball up the court? And some things happen for her. What can you do to support her in those moments, I guess?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, she's obviously, Jelani's very talented. She's a great kid, and this is, one of the first times we've seen this type of pressure and pace. And, she got sped up a little bit, but, we were trying to get people around her that, just to get her making simple plays and to get everybody around her shots. And like I said, she had some great moments, but just got sped up a little bit, and it didn't really end well for us.
I know this is a difficult question to ask you 15 minutes after this game, but you're losing some very good players like Taylor and some folks. Just in your mind, the transition, last year you came through it with some great acquisitions. I guess you put yourself back in that same position again.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, as you know, whether it's pretty much any sport nowadays, that's the nature of it. And so, we are losing some, the biggest thing is we're losing some great kids. I mean, these are two of the best kids I'll ever get a chance to coach. Just really high character young women who are going to go on to do great things in life. But so hopefully we can add a few people that bring the same type of competitive character that people like Taylor and Madison have brought to this program.
Cody scored 17 points tonight, but I think she only took 3 shots in the second half. Was that something that Tennessee did specifically to sort of take her away, or I guess did you want to see her maybe shoot the ball a little more?
Yeah, we would have. We were trying to get the ball in her hands a little bit more. A couple times she got fouled, and a couple times we just didn't execute to put ourselves in position to do it.
Yesterday, Cody said she still felt like you guys haven't played your best basketball yet. I'm guessing you didn't feel like that was the best of basketball tonight. So what do you think was the hump this season of getting past that?
I think it always came down to the same thing, in that in this game, once again, this is very indicative of the season in that we had stretches that were really good, but we just didn't sustain them for close enough to 40 minutes to be, I think, at another level as a team. And so that was sort of our issue throughout the year. And it's one thing to kind of go, maybe you get in a little bit of a rut during the season, a couple games in a row, but really, like tonight was a perfect example. We started out first quarter good, second quarter not so good, and then we go on a big run in the second half to 16-0 run, and then we don't sustain it. And so that was kind of the thing that we never really found an answer to get that consistency out of the group.
Can you just talk about the frustration? There would be moments where you guys would get the steal and Tennessee would take it right back.
Yeah, I thought too is, like, to their credit, they beat us to a lot of loose balls. We were batting the ball around and they were grabbing it, and I bet that happened 5 or 6 times, and they would grab it and convert it into points. So not only did we give up too many second chance points and points off turnovers, but just loose balls. I mean, there were several times where they were getting loose balls, and in a game like this and this intensity and this much talent, of course, you got to win the 50-50 balls.
Yeah, Coach, another year of losing on the first weekend. What does this program have to do to make it back to the Sweet 16?
Yeah, I think we got to continue to evaluate where we're at, players we're bringing in, and have a chance to add to the program and make sure we add the right people.
A couple questions, Coach. Elsa, does she re-aggravate her foot injury, or did it get worse there whenever she came out? In that?
Yeah, I think, and I haven't got a chance to talk to the trainer yet, but I think that's the case, yes.
Is there, what's the plan in the off season for her? Is there surgery in her future? Is she just going to try to recoup, or what?
I don't know for sure yet, but the doctor's been evaluating it, and he'll make some decisions on that with her, in consultation with her and her family.
And can you talk about the impact of your seniors? Is there anything you said to them after the game? Or, well, I know you talked about Madison and Taylor, just how the competitive character they bring to a team. Yeah. But about Ebony, about Asia, is there anything you told the team after the game?
Yeah, same thing. It's like, we've had Madison for 6 years, and Taylor for 4, and Ebony for, 4, 5, 4? Something I can't even keep track. And so they've really been a big part of what we've done. And then Asia came in, and she's a great kid, and I really enjoyed just getting to know her, getting a chance to coach her. And they're all really good kids. And we told them that one, we appreciate all that they've contributed to our program, and as they move forward, we look forward to helping support them and reach their dreams and goals and anything that we can do. And they're always welcome to come back and be around us.
Coach Kim Caldwell said she thought you guys maybe ran out of gas a little bit in the fourth quarter. Is that something you saw, and what, if anything, contributed to that?
Yeah, I mean, certainly it was a high-paced game with we expended a lot of energy throughout the game. But I think as much as anything, we were mentally tired. I thought physically we were fine, but mentally we were a little worn out and a little bit frustrated. I think like we went on a run to get the game, tied, and then I just think like the mental fatigue when we turned it over a couple times, we didn't handle that real well mentally as much as anything.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.